The Denver Broncos look to stay in the playoff picture this afternoon in Jacksonville, but they'd have to do it with a rookie quarterback. Good evening, everyone. The Stevens baseball team look to extend their winning streak tonight versus Brandon Valley. Good evening, everyone. I'm Scott Gross. Tonight, the Douglas Patriots came to Rapid City hoping to slow down the St. Thomas More Cavaliers. Good evening, everyone. I'm Scott Gross. A strong showing yesterday for the Stevens girls golf team at the inaugural Raider Invitational.
Could be the year of the Cubs. Could be.
Could be. Looking good so far.
All right,
really
thank
good.
you so much, Scott.
To pass along tonight, the Rockies also won. They win late against Los Angeles, so they stay above 500.
And I wonder if Vic Quick is at the Stars Wild game tonight.
I told him to go.
Yeah?
He said it'd be over by then. So.
Okay. Wrong. All right. Thanks.
Also, some big rodeo news. Sean Weber from Sturgis took first in the go-around this afternoon with 86 points in the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas. A lot going on.
Sounds like it.
Sounds like it. I'll have more for you tonight at 10. Let's talk now about a different sport. Football. Americans spend more than $15 billion on fantasy football. That was back in 2013. But how much time was spent? Ariel Orsuto drafted up a group to find out the productivity level during fantasy football season. Sorry, just checking my own team right here. Buffalo Wild Wing hosts 50 to 60 draft parties annually, and they've already hosted 40 this year. Eileen? Scott Gross here at Hazeltine and National. I'm on hole number 1, as you can see right here. This is where the players are going to tee off Friday morning starting at 7:30. The pairings were given out today, and the Americans are really trying to get a win here. Scott Gross here from US Bank Stadium. The Minnesota Vikings improved to 4-0, defeating the New York Giants in Monday Night Football. And this game, the Wolves trailed throughout most of the thing. It came after the end on a 3-point by Zach Levine to tie it up at 102.
And Scott Gross is in Denver to tell us more.
I'm here in Denver at Sports Authority Field, where the Denver Broncos hold off the Minnesota Vikings. Into another close game, this time at home. The same result, penalties and turnovers near the end of the game.
Brings us a touch of Tennessee. Scott?
Thanks, Helene. When you think of Sturgis, you think of motorcycles, but what drink do you think of? You got it right, Jack Daniels. I'm joined now by Jeff Barnett. He's a master distiller with Jack Daniels. A nice crowd on hand tonight at McKeague Field, and right from the get-go, top of the first, Matt Carrio singles to right and makes it to third on 2 airs. Then he's going to decide, watch this, he's going to steal home and catch him sleeping. And the throw at the plate is not in time. Cavaliers take a 1-0 lead. Later in the inning, after the celebration here, troubles continue for Douglas as Colton Tipton gets Brady Schmidt to pop up, but nobody calls for the ball. It lands right between 3 people. Moments later, Schmidt draws the walk, and the ball gets away from the catcher, allowing Cole Thurnis to score 2-0 Cavs. Bottom of the first now, and pitcher George Akaris tosses this nasty bender and gets Chase Maxson to do his best airplane propeller dance. St. Thomas More cruises 13-2. Now this afternoon, the Stevens girls golf team hosted the first annual Raider Invitational. We pick up the action on the 17th green. Check out Central's Haley Frankie chipping from the fringe and a hop, skip, and jump. She gets this and sinks it for par. What a day for Haley, who also eagled 14. Pierce Katie Bartlett finds the bottom of the cup for par. Now here's Natalie Young and her birdie putt. It comes up just short, but she would make the next one in par this hole as well. A great day for golf at Meadowbrook, and here's a look at the final results. Pitcher Chris Capuano gets John Ryan Murphy to hit into the inning-ending 4-6-3 double play, still 3-1. Let's go to the top of the 7th. Carlos Torres on the mound, and if you don't know Miguel Sano, get to know him right now. Solo blast for the big man, puts the Twins up 4-1. Twins would go on to win 8-1. Now, so you're saying there's a chance? Well, that's what Minnesota Wild fans are saying after last night's Game 4 loss. The Wild trying to avoid elimination tomorrow night in Game 5 versus Dallas. The Wild trail in the series 3-1 after last night's 3-2 loss at home. Now, here's a little nugget to give Wild fans a little hope. Now, since the Stars left Minnesota to become the Dallas Stars, they've had 3-1 playoff series leads 5 times. The last time they won a series with that kind of advantage was all the way back in 2008. Perhaps there is hope after all.
Ready? Break! Go, boys!
No real concerns.
They put safety first.
Bigger than ever and expanding, the Black Hills Youth Football League, now near the completion of its 7th year, offers everything the big boys have, except for maybe a few more stoppages.
Bathroom?
The league helps develop kids in 1st through 8th grade, and anybody can play, and that includes girls who have a taste for the gridiron. Whether it be as a cheerleader on the sidelines or playing the game itself, much like Stephanie Kinsala's daughter, Chloe.
Chloe is doing great so far with the football league. I think she hangs right in there with the boys. She's physical, she's aggressive, she's smart.
Safety is a priority in the league, and it's taken very seriously, starting way before the season kicks off with proper equipment fitting sessions and summer camps now put on with the help of the NFL's Heads Up program and local high school teams.
Getting the proper training for the coaches on the right way to tackle, the right way to recognize if they do see a concussion, and what to do if you think that one of the players might have a concussion.
There's protocol and training for the coaches to keep it as safe and safe as possible for the kids, because that's the most important thing, is to keep it safe for the kids.
So for the most part, in this league, any safety concerns worried parents may have been kicked to the back of their minds.
Well, I think any sport has a risk factor, and being active in general has a risk factor. And so I think just learning the sport, watching other players play well, your kid's going to be fine.
So there's no reason to punt when it comes to safety in the Black Hills Youth Football League.
No real concerns.
Putting children first. Scott Gross, Coda Territory News.
1, 2, 3, Bears!
Get them deep and make them weep.
James Carpenter has been casting his line in the creeks of the Black Hills since 1990.
Yeah, my mom was a big fisherman in the family. She grew up on the Delta area up in Sacramento, so she was a big striper fisherman and catfish. And I tried to get her converted over.
While he may not have converted the person who introduced him to fishing, he certainly has taken his passion to the extreme.
You know, I'm pretty tenacious. It's an obsession, like I said, and so I've spent one day. I spent up below Pactola. There was one fish rising, and I honestly spent 2 hours. Everything in this box trying to get him, but I finally got him.
And his best day fishing in the Black Hills? Well, you remember the blizzard in October 2013, don't you?
Right when that blizzard was coming in, my wife said, you got a screw loose. There's something wrong with you. But I had above Canyon Lake that day, because down in the valley there, I think the winds were like 70 miles an hour, but it was one of my best days fishing. I think I caught like 7 fish, and then none of them were under like 19 inches.
Okay, that's a little unorthodox, but not quite obsessive. Not until you hear how many days a year James is out fly fishing.
Fortunately, with my job, that gives me ability to fish 205 plus days a year. So this has become more than a passion, it's more of an obsession.
I set out to see for myself. I joined James and his daughter Tiffany near the Pactola Reservoir for a little fly fishing experience of my own.
He just loves to help people. A lot of times I'll be fishing and I'll look downstream and there he is talking to somebody. And he'll sometimes spend more time talking to somebody and pulling things out of his box to give to somebody than he does fishing sometimes. And I think he would be perfectly happy not catching a fish all day, but watching somebody that he helped catch a fish.
And that statement couldn't be more evident as the pole was handed to me for my very first cast.
Slow down. It's really not bad.
Not for
honestly,
your first time.
If this is your first time casting a fly rod, that was pretty good. I'd be so awesome if the fish hit for him.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah!
And almost on cue came some rookie luck.
Sometimes you can, oh, you just had a fish take it.
Oh.
You just had a fish hit that fly.
And my own tale of the one that got away. James Carpenter is the troutman, and he's hooked on fishing.
Every fish to me is a trophy, big or small, I love them all.
You can find him online, you can ask any questions you'd like, and you can even post your own catch of the day.
Black Hills Gold right there.
And a quick update on James, he's still out fly fishing. He nabbed these hogs on the Pactola Reservoir just about a month ago, his new personal records at 27 inches.
Broncos defense keeps their playoff hopes alive. Good evening, everyone. The Denver Broncos look to stay in the playoff picture this afternoon in Jacksonville, but they'd have to do it with a rookie quarterback. Paxton Lynch got the start for the defending Super Bowl champs today. Down 3-0 late in the first half. Another rookie, Devontae Booker, rushes in for the 6-yard touchdown, giving Denver a 7-3 lead. This is the only offensive touchdown the Broncos would score. The other comes right here. It comes from the defense in the second half. Blake Bortles intercepted by Bradley Roby, who returns it for 51 yards. Broncos hold on to win 17-10. Now to the team the Broncos are chasing, the Oakland Raiders, trailing 24-9 in the third. Oakland wakes up with Derek Carr finding Michael Crabtree for the 3-yard score. Later in the fourth quarter, Oakland takes the lead as Carr passes to Amari Cooper for the 37-yard touchdown. Oakland comes from behind to win 38-24. To Atlanta, Broncos fans hoping for a Chiefs loss, and it certainly looked that way in the fourth as Matt Ryan hits Aldrick Robinson with the 5-yard touchdown. The Falcons decide to go for 2, and Matt Ryan is intercepted by Eric Berry, who takes it back 100 yards for the go-ahead safety. And that would prove to be the difference. Final 29-28, Chiefs. To snowy Lambeau Field as the Packers hosted the Texans, both teams fighting to make the playoffs. In the second quarter, Aaron Rodgers buys time in the pocket, rolls right and connects with Randall Cobb with a 9-yard touchdown. Cobb celebrates with what else? A snow angel. Packers hang on at home, 21-13. They improve to 6-6. Other scores from the NFC North Division. Detroit goes on the road, picks off Drew Brees 3 times as the Lions drop New Orleans 28-16. Chicago, also in the snow today, dropped San Francisco 26-6. Jordan Howard ran for 117 yards on 32 carries and scored 3 touchdowns for the Bears. The Minnesota Vikings are still not sure if head coach Mike Zimmer will make the trip to Jacksonville a week from today after undergoing emergency eye surgery Wednesday night and missing the game against Dallas. The injury bug seems to be hitting everyone who wears the color purple, but as the players told me, while they may be down, they're certainly not out.
I mean, it's a challenge, you know, we accept it. Obviously not the situation we want to be in, but hey, we try to win every game. We'll be all right. You know, we just got to get back to work. You know, that's what we're used to doing, and that's what we do.
I think some guys, might be banged up, so it would be good to rest up a little bit and focus on what we got to do next 4 weeks.
To the NBA, where Michael Malone led the Nuggets into Salt Lake City to face the Utah Jazz to the third quarter, tied at 49. And Gordon Hayward drains the wide-open three-pointer. Later, Hayward would get a beautiful reverse layup. And check this out, he's also going to draw the foul. In the fourth, the Nuggets, Jameer Nelson, he's going to dish to Gallinari for the 3. But it's going to be a little too late. Nuggets fall 105-98. The Rushmore Thunder boys varsity team is bringing home the Eddie McPherson Memorial Tournament Championship tonight from Wyoming. The Thunder defeated the Gillette Wild by a score of 8-1. Also, some big rodeo news. Sean Weber from Sturgis. He actually graduated last spring in 2016. In the go-around this afternoon, he had 86 points. That is in the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas.
And also my team, the Colts and the Jets, tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow, yes. Colts will have Andrew Luck back. He passed the concussion protocol. He's going to be back on the field. A big game for your Colts. They need to win to keep their playoff hopes alive, too.
Sure. Do you have a predicted winner?
I think the Colts will win. I think you're safe.
Good. All right.